What's up, y'all? So you've seen a lot of this on our post. We've had some teasers. We finally got it finished. It's a 1972 Blazer. A lot of people love these. This is my favorite GM truck body style myself, but it's done. We're gonna drive it, show you what we've done. So just real quick, we did small lift, 2-inch lift. We did an LS swap, wire harness, vintage air, fuel system, cooling system, gauges. So a lot of cool stuff to update this thing and bring it in from 1972 to 2026, right? A lot of great vendors on this, vintage air again. We've got a lot of their stuff, American Auto Wire, Holley EFI, US radiators, Hush Mat, a lot of good products on this. So let's go take it for a drive and see how it does. This 72 Blazer came out of Alabama. The guy had owned this thing for a while now and just tooled around in it. It actually had 53,000 original miles on it. It was a 350 small block, turbo 350, automatic and so forth. It had been redone as far as the exterior paint. It had been painted pretty slick. The white is nice and fresh, I think. And he just wanted to get it updated where they could get in it as far as him and his wife and drive this thing wherever they wanted. So came to us. He supplied the engine and transmission. It's got a I think it's a 2006 LS2, and then we painted it Chevrolet engine orange, make it look nice, dress it up with some Holley Intake. We put the Hooker cast iron exhaust manifolds on it, so don't really have to worry about leaking and so forth. But yeah, it's just a bone stock LS2, and it's a 4L60E transmission, and we mated it to the factory transfer case with an advanced adapter. The exhaust is just an aluminized 2.5-inch exhaust all the way back. So we did have them put high flow cats on it and MagnaFlow mufflers, and they run all the way out the back and dump behind the rear wheels. I think it sounds really good. Doesn't have too much sound. It's not obnoxious. It's got a good tone. Those cats help quiet it down a little bit and also take some of that fuel smell out of it. So it's really comfortable to drive. Not a whole lot of interior resonance, but outside, when you get on it especially, it sounds really good. We did put the vintage air in here, and we also used the vintage air serpentine system, so they're front runner on the front of this LS. They look really good, they work good. All the accessories are nice and tight. They come with an ATI balancer, and we've used a lot of those. So working really well. Again, the air is blowing nice and cold still. To help the air out, we did line the toe boards, firewall, the front floors with Hush Mat, which is a sound and heat deadening material. Really nice. We use it a lot. And then we put a brand new American Auto Wire wire harness in this thing throughout. The engine and transmission are controlled with the Holley Terminator X Max. We use that on a lot of our swaps, not just LS, but we've used it on small block Chevrolet with a multi-port fuel injection. Used it on a Gen 3 Hemi we did. I've got a kit ordered for a Hellcat that we're going to do in a 70 Charger here coming up, but we use a lot of the Holley controls and have good luck out of it. As you can see here, we've got classic instruments gauges. They are some of the best out there in my opinion. Their attention to detail is really nice, and we've had a lot of good luck out of those as well. Cooling this thing, we've got a US radiators, aluminum radiator, and a shroud and dual electric fans. Those guys are down in Gadsden, Alabama. We've used them in pretty much all of our builds and had really good luck out of them. But yeah, that is kind of the mechanical and electrical of this thing. And then we also put a small lift. It's got a 2-inch lift all the way around on it. It was just springs essentially. Rides about like what you would expect a 70s straight axle 4-wheel drive to ride like, but I mean, it's not horrible. And it got it a good aggressive stance, made it look good. It was actually rubbing on the front a little bit with these 33s, and it's gotten rid of that as well. So you can turn this thing lock to lock and no rubbing. But yeah, we did also, while we had the engine and transmission out, we pulled all the front sheet metal off. We pulled the core support, the brackets, inner fenders, all that, and we had it media blasted, and then we epoxy primed it, and we painted that all nice and fresh matte black. and so the engine compartment looks really good. When we did the vintage air swap, we also welded that in the firewall, smoothed that, and then painted the firewall as well. So this is a really good looking Blazer. I enjoy it. It's had a lot of attention. The white to me looks really fresh, and I always like that. It looks nice and clean. The interior is really original in this thing. Held up pretty well to be as old as it is. But no, this thing is pretty fun. It's actually, for these all these old trucks and Blazers, man, they don't seal up very well. You have some wind noise, but actually it's not bad in here. It's pretty considerably quiet in that sense. I actually had a 67 C10 that I bought when I was 13, and then me and Dad rebuilt that thing, and I drove it through high school and college, and we never could quite get that thing to seal up perfectly between wind noise and windshield leaks and stuff like that. But this thing's actually pretty nice for one of those trucks. It's nice and quiet-ish, yeah, it's pretty fun to drive. We did put the steering wheel on. I like these a lot. Nice touch. Got the wood grain, match the wood grain on the door panels and such. But yeah, we're just shaking this thing down, driving it, seeing how it feels, how it rides. I'm pretty impressed. Classic Instruments gauges are showing us everything we need to see. This thing had it came with a 373 gear ratio in the front rear differentials, and we didn't change that. It's just, it's got the 33s, but it's got that 4L60E. And this thing now, I mean, it doesn't hardly turn any RPMs on the interstate. We've actually had this out, and it runs at 70 mile an hour. It's turning around 1,700 RPM. So not only can you drive this thing around town, but you can also get out on the interstate, cruise around, and go over where you need. And I mean, with this LS, I would say this thing would probably get high teens, low 20s mile per gallon, which is good for one of these as well. But yeah, that's pretty much what we've done. With the LS, it's pretty standard for us. With the LS swaps, we always do a complete fuel system. So it's got a sink tank with a drop-in fuel pump, and then we make all new lines with AN fittings, front to rear. This one has a Corvette filter regulator. So all that's done. The cooling system was all brand new. When we do the wire harnesses, we also change, switches, ground straps. We build new battery cables, so that's just kind of a standard thing we do with that. And the last thing, we put one of these custom auto sound radios in there, so it looks old if it's in the dash, but it has Bluetooth capability. It has more output power and that kind of thing. So we've done a lot of those as well. But yeah, I've enjoyed driving this thing around. It's we don't do as many four-wheel drive stuff, right? But they are definitely getting a lot of traction in really the show car world as well. Good Guys has recently come out with one of their big, I guess, top 12 awards is now the four-wheel drive of the year. So that'll be interesting to see who builds what for that award. I'm sure there's going to be some stellar, super high-end four-wheel drives being built. I know Rocher Shop, Scott's Hot Rods both are building four-wheel drive chassis for certain applications. Everybody knows the old Broncos have been hot for a while. These Blazers are right there behind them catching up. But no, we've cruised this thing around, pulling back in the shop now. Yeah, this is a cool little piece. I really enjoy this. My wife really likes this thing. I better not let her get around it or drive it, or the owner might not get it back. But yeah, this thing's got plenty of power. This thing has been sitting around 195 to 205 on the temperature gauge, which is right where those LSs like to be. It's charging 13.5, 14 volts. Got good oil pressure. So man, there's not much more we could ask for this. It's been a great little project. We're glad that the customer trusted us with this. It actually evolved into a lot more. This was supposed to be a vintage air swap, and then the lift and the LS and the paintwork and it all kind of came after that. But we're here for it. It makes it a better vehicle, and I think that he's going to be able to get out and enjoy this like he wanted to now, and be able to go wherever he wants. So yeah, 72 Blazer. We did a lot of cool stuff to it, and I'm excited for the owner to get back and be able to get in the driver's seat and see how he likes it based on the changes we made. So yeah, we appreciate you following us. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out in the comments or shoot us an email, and hit like and subscribe, and we'll have more content for you soon.